Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Can you see my screen? Yesterday, we discussed the types of relationships in the cardinalities. And also, if you don't have any relationship between the tables, we discussed what should be the output. We're going to get it in the Power BI desktop report, right? And how many ways you can try to provide the relationship. So there are three approaches, okay? One is automatic detection. Second one is manually drag and drop. The third option is manage relationship. Okay? Three options are there to provide the relationships in the model. Please remember that. Important. And how can we hide the columns which are not required on the report view? So if you're trying to hide the columns, okay, in the data view or model view, those columns will not be visible to you on the report level, so that it is easy for you to drag and drop, okay, or else to build the visualization. And along with that, cross filter direction. So the cross filter direction we discussed, by default, cross filter direction is dash. What is the by default cross filter direction? What is the default cross filter direction? Response. By default, the cross filter direction is single, but if you want to interact both of the sides, we have to change to the both. Okay, we have to change the direction to both. Then it will be get interaction on the both of the sides. Please remember that point as well. Okay. In the model view, by default, the cross filter direction between two tables is single. Okay. And if you want to get the interaction between both of the sides, we have to change manually from single to. Okay. So modeling is very, very important. Data modeling, we will call it. Okay. If you are extracting multiple tables and you want to visualize the data from all different tables, so we have to derive a model. We have to build a model. Otherwise, there is no way to project the visualization. You will get the incorrect statistics or incorrect visuals, okay, which is not correct if you are trying to project with multiple tables. So if you are trying to hide the columns, okay, here, as I said, right, we can hide the columns in model view or report view also. We can try to hide the columns. If you're trying to hide it, is that going to improve the performance of the report? If you are hiding the columns in the model view or data view, is that going to improve the performance of the report? Yes, no. Answers, please. We are hiding the columns right here. If you are hiding the columns, is that going to improve the performance of the report? Yes, no. Simple. Just remember, we are hiding it. We are not removing the columns. We are just hiding. You are able to see the column, right? In the data view, it is still there. Correct? Is this column available here or not? It's still there. So for our convenience, we are just trying to hide that column in the report view. This is the report view. We are not seeing the start of week. but backend still it is available, still there. So how it is going to improve the performance? Logic, right? Is that clear? Important, common mistake. These are the common mistakes. If you hide the columns in the data view or model view, is that going to improve the performance of the report? Again, one more time, I'm asking the question. Yes, no. Good. Suppose if I can delete the columns, these columns, okay, maybe I'm not going to use some columns in the report level. If I can delete these columns in the query editor, is that going to improve the performance of my report? If we can delete the columns in the query editor, that means in the transformations part, is that going to improve the performance of the report? Yes, no. Now you can tell. These are the questions. We will get it in the interviews or else maybe in the certifications part. So that's why I'm just trying to prepare and making you to understand. Responses, please. If you can delete the columns in the data view, sorry, if you can try to hide the columns in the data view, it's not going to be improve the performance of the report. It is for our convenience we are trying to hide. If you can try to delete the columns in the query editor, okay, here, query editor means in Power Query Editor transformation level. It's going to improve the performance because with a few columns we are trying to load into the Power BI desktop. We already removed some columns. With a few columns we are going to load, okay, and which is going to, the report is going to refresh the data sets and all, and it is going to improve the performance of your report only. Okay, please remember, it's very, very important. Okay. So 3 ways: manually auto detection is one approach. Second one is the auto detection is one approach. Second one is manually drag and drop the fields. Okay, select the field, hold the tab and drag and drop onto the another column. Third approach is manage relationship. First one is the auto detection. Second one is drag and drop. Third one is manage relationship. So we have to navigate here and select new option. Select the required tables. Okay. These are the 3 approaches to derive the relationships. Yes, that's what, right, Joshi? If you can try to change something on the query editor, it's going to impact on the Power BI desktop. Correct? The data set part, maybe if you can try to remove these columns, see here. This is my date table, right? So for your reference, I had derived the start of it, but I'm not going to use this column. I'm deleting it. I'm going to load it here. So with these columns, okay, the date table will be get refreshed. Correct? With the available. So I have deleted one of the start of week column, and you can see these columns. Okay, start of week is not there. Suppose if you are trying to refresh the table right here, these are all the data sets. If you are trying to refresh it, it's going to load only with those columns only. Refresh data. Okay. If you are trying to hide the column, it still be there. The column will be there here. Got it. That is something different, Akhil. It's not related to Power BI. It's a SQL, like SQL, how you are trying to write the queries. Like that, Gusto language is another one. Okay, it's very simple process. Like you are not going to write the select start from table and all. There you can just try to write the keywords. So that's completely different. Fine. See here. Now we are moving on to the calculated column. So what is the purpose of this calculated column in the sense? So here, if you are observing this model, right, we don't have any connectivity with this location in the existing model, existing connectivity of the tables. It's unconnected. It's not connected to any other. To bring the relationship, that to one-to-many site. As of now, I'm trying to bring many-to-many relationship. But if I want to bring the relationship as a one-to-many or many-to-one, so we have to derive some new columns. Okay. So if you are trying to derive a new column on the data view, okay, in the report Power BI desktop level, I'm not deriving the column in the query editor. I'm going to derive a new column in the Power BI desktop level. Okay. So here we can derive the new columns by using one of the DAX object name called calculated column. So it is available here. You can see some objects, right? In the table tools, you can see some objects, 4 different objects. New measure, quick measure, new column, new table. These 4 objects, we are going to call it as an DAX object, DAX related functionality. So here we are currently discussing on the new column or calculated column. Okay. So here we are going to derive a new column. So which table? So the relationship. So you haven't identified one-to-many relationship. Okay. We are trying to derive one-to-many relationship by doing some activity on the location table and the sales table. Okay. In these 2 tables only. See here. So here on the location table, I tried to map with the country to the country. I got it as a many to many. And again, I tried to map with zip code to the another column zip code. It's again many to many relationship only we got it. To get rid of this many to many relationship, which is going to impact the performance of my report, I'm trying to use one of the DAX object name called calculated column. Okay. To get rid of this many to many relationship, I'm going to use one of the DAX object name called calculated column. You can see these objects, right? You are seeing these objects in the model view also. See here. These 3 objects. Here you can see these 3 objects. New measure, new column, new table. And in the data view, you can see these objects, table tools level. There we have 4 different objects. Okay, new measure, quick measure, we can ignore it as of now. New column, new table. Okay. Even in the report view also you can observe table tools. See here. Select any one of the table. These are the objects. 4 objects. Okay. So the purpose of deriving the calculated column is we are doing a trial and error method. Maybe if you can try to combine this zip code and country. See here. Zip code is there, country column here. In location table and the same sales table also we have identified zip code, country column. So I am trying to derive a new column by concatenating these 2. That means by combining these 2 columns by using new column or calculated column object. Everyone following? This is very, very important topic. So once we will get to know what it is. Next, anyway, I have a best practices here. You will definitely get to know what is this new column. And so what is the use of it? What is the measure? What is the use of it? What's the quick measure and calculated table? Okay. Everyone following, right? If you have any confused or something means, please let me know. Okay, you can stop me there. So here we don't have a connectivity. So we got it as a many to many relationship. We are trying to do, okay, we have identified the similar columns in both of the tables. See here, zip code is there, country, and even in the location table, zip code, country column is here. So what I'm doing in the sense, I'm trying to do a trial and error to make, after combining these 2 columns, after deriving these 2 columns, I will try to check whether I'm going to get it as a one to many or many to one, not many to many. Okay. So see this, select this table, select this table. You can see this new column option, select it, new column or calculated column. Okay, select it, giving the name as, see here, this is the formula bar, Once you select the new column, in the formula bar, column is equal to, because you are trying to derive the new column here. Okay, column is equal to, giving a proper name to it, country zip is equal to, hope you are able to see it right. I'm just giving some space for your understanding. Okay, country zip, the name of it. Okay, the name of the column is country zip is equal to, all the columns. Okay, country, that is the first column. See here, country. Okay, for the concatenation, I'm using the ampersand operator. Ampersand. So using the delimiter, hyphen, hyphen is the delimiter. So double inverted quotes, ampersand. What is another column? So two columns we are trying to concatenate, combining, right? What is another column? Try to call that zip code. Directly you can call that as a zip code. Space, zip code. Okay. Validated. Here there is a tick mark, which is nothing but a validate or else a commit. Validate. So we are trying to derive a new column, country zip. So location, from the location table, we have these fields. We are trying to combine the country and zip code. And here, this is an ampersand is for the concatenation. Hyphen is the delimiter. So here I'm using the hyphen is the delimiter. Maybe if you are interested with the comma separator, it's fine. Okay. Comma separator is also fine. Comma is also delimiter, right? It's up to you. Like that, try to derive the same approach, okay, the same concatenate approach on the sales table also. Just try to select the sales table. So here also you can tell me country column is there and zip code is there available. Both of the columns are available or not? Everywhere. Following, right? It's available, country and zip. Try to select this table, select the sales table because you are trying to derive the new column on this table. Okay. New column. Select the new column. That means you are just trying to expanding the new column here. Give the same name. Okay. Country zip is equal to is an operator and country zip is the name of that new column. Okay, is equal to. So shall I call to the location table or else in sales table also we have that information. So here, can I call to this location? Is that columns are available only on the location table or a sales table as well? Sales table too. So you can call directly sales table like this, or my suggestion is instead of calling the table sale, try to call the column so that you will get less number of suggestions. See here, country. Are you getting the less number of suggestions or not? Country is available only one particular column in the table. You are getting one particular info. Suppose if you are calling sales table, these many suggestions we are getting. So these are all the columns are available. Sales table, it is detecting. Okay, sales table, country column. So I have to choose this one. If you can call directly the column name like this, you'll get less number of suggestions. Ampersand. Use the comma separator here also. Ampersand, you are trying to concatenate with another column, right? Ampersand. Zip code. Okay. Validate. Validated. So the new column has been derived in sales table, country zip, and in the location table, countries. The main reason for deriving this new column is because I'm getting in the modeling part many to many relationship. To get rid of it, to get rid of the many to many, to bring the one to many side or else a many to one side. Okay, I'm trying to derive a new column by using calculated column, that is a DAX object. Okay. So now I'm going to try, okay, after deriving this new columns on both of the tables, I'm going to try whether I'm going to get the one side to the many side or not. Okay, here. manage relationships. Yeah, we have that approach. Concatenate function is there. This is the simplest one. See here, directly or calling, right? Location, country. Just direct, I mean, like the simplest method. I will tell you the concatenate function wise how to do the concatenate also. Okay. Just to give me 5 minutes. Okay. I will explain that. By using concatenate function also, we can concatenate it. I will show you that approach. Okay. See here, in the modeling part, country zip is there, country zip. Go to the manage relationship, new location table. Try to select the unmapped. Okay, the location table first. Sales table is automatically the relationship has been get detected. I haven't go to the cardinality to select one to many errors, many to one. So it's already selected. Both are common columns selected. One side to the many side. Now you can tell me which side is unique and which side is many. Which table we have an unique, which table we have an many duplicates. After observing this model, right, location table is having unique, sales table is having the many. Here, one to many. One side is on the first table, many on the second table. And cross filter direction by default is single. Okay, select OK, close. So that we'll get it in the form of one to many relationships. So we just get rid of the many to many. So to optimize, this is one of the optimization technique. Okay, optimize in the sense we are trying to improve the performance of the report. Okay. Now just to cross verify with one record. Okay. So how it was got it as an, I mean, one side to the many. So navigating back to see more information, data view. See here. I'll just try to filter with one record. Let's see. Maybe I'll just interested with one record. Canada, comma. Maybe I'm just trying to check with one record, H1B. One record, okay. Location table, country zip, and here I'm maintaining with one record. Similar way, I will try to filter the information of the sales table. Here itself it is there. One record. So after observing these filtrations, location table here, we have only one dedicated record. After concatenating Canada, H1B, we have only one record. And coming to the sales table, is that repeating or not? The records are get repeating or it's also unique as per the model that we built. It's right, correct? Everyone following, right? Many side in the sense. Everyone. So sales table country zip after concatenating, I can see many records, Canada, H1B. So that's why here, if you are observing the star stands for many. So country zip is having many record duplicates up there. And if you're observing this location, country zip, it's maintained the unique. So I just to showcase to you with the one example. Okay. Let me unfilter. Okay. Fine. Just now I showcased to you, right? Many records are there. Did you observe? Many records are available here. So more than 1 million records are there. So in that, filter records is 40,528. So 40,000 repeated records are there. Got it? Yeah. More than 1 million, I mean millions of records. In that, 40,000 records are repeated records based on this concatenate, the sales table. Got it? I'm just trying to clear the filter selection. So that's what, instead of explaining the theoretical things, I just to showcase to you the practical thing. So the data that you are trying to analyze, you are not find out the right field, okay, then in that kind of a scenario, we can try to use calculated column object from the DAX, data analysis expression. The one of the reason to create a calculated column is to establish a relationship between the two tables. Okay, maybe if we are not identify the unique, okay, a dedicated relationship between two tables, and if you are getting it as a many to many site, I mean that means a lack of relationship, then we can try to derive a new column. Okay, on the top of it, we can try to derive a new column. Okay, and then we can try to check. Okay, after deriving this new column from both of the sides, we can try to verify whether we are getting the one side to the many side or many side to the one side. Okay, to get rid of that particular option, we can try to make use of. That is one of the reason to derive the calculated column. So there are many ways. I mean, like we can try to derive this new column. You can tell me, is this new column, can I derive in the query editor? Is that possible to derive this new column in the query editor? Yes or no? Is this new column, is that possible to derive this new column in the query editor? With the help of DAX function calculated column, I have derived it, correct? The same column, can I derive it in the query editor or not? So we don't have an option to derive a new column in the query editor. That's what you're saying. Wait, Joshi. So then what is this? You forget. There is an add column approach, location table, add column is there. So can we derive the concatenate, these two columns concatenate in the query editor instead of doing that approach by using DAX object calculated column? That's my question. So here I have used a DAX object calculated column. This is the DAX object calculated column. So here I have written the formula bar, DAX object. Is the same column, can I derive it in the query editor or not? Answers, please. Possible or not possible? That's it. Just think and tell, okay? Don't say blindly that not derived. Possible only, right? We already derived many times. New columns has been derived, like a start of week or else some new columns has been derived in the query editor. So, and one more question. Is this column is visible to you in the query editor? Is this column, new column which you have derived countries in, is that available in the query editor? Yes or no? So with the help of DAX function, I have derived it. The same column, you can see it in the query editor. This column only, not the table, this column. Is that going to available in the query editor? Yes. It's not available. So with the help of DAX function, you have derived it on the Power BI desktop. So if you're observing the query editor location table, we don't have that column. Locate countries, the location table or sales team. Okay. So with the help of DAX function, you have derived on the top of the Power BI desktop. You are not derived on the data level. This is the data. This is the data. So you have derived that particular new columns on the Power BI desktop. So this is the table. Okay, final table. So here, with the help of these available fields, we have derived a new column here. Suppose the same column we can try to derive in the query editor too. Suppose if we get that idea, okay, because I'm not getting any relationship, the common, okay, common example, I mean common scenarios. If you are trying to derive a new column, just try to cross verify whether it is possible by using the query editor part or not. So I'm just trying to derive it here. Similar one. See this? Go to the add column, custom column here. So what are the columns that I have combined? Country column, select it, ampersand, comma separator, ampersand, zip code. And I'm giving the name as country zip code. Okay, country zip code. So it is not a ABC123, try to derive the dedicated text to data type. So similarly, I can try to derive the same column in the sales table too. So as per the data size, I'm not deriving here. Just try to close and apply. But it is possible, right? Can I derive it here? Yes or no? Here also. Custom column. Try to derive with the same fields. Okay, country column is a zip code. So as per the data size is very high, I'm not deriving as of now. So we can try to close and apply. That's it. So now location table only, it will be get refreshed. See here. I have derived some new column, right? It will be get refreshed. You can see this column. Okay. Location table. You can see that new column here. Understood? Both are same. There is no difference. Both are same. Okay. Is that clear, right? So once you get loaded the tables with the help of calculated column, we can derive it. Suppose if you identified and you can try to bring this column in the query editor, we can do it in the Power Query editor by using this custom column object. Okay, custom column wise, we can derive the new column. But my suggestion is, which is going to improve the performance? If you can ask me, I will tell you the improvement part, the performance improvement part. We can derive the new column at a query editor level itself instead of Power BI desktop level. If you want to improve the performance of the report, okay, we can derive the new column at the query editor part itself. Okay, because you are trying to derive that new column in the data level. Okay, not in the virtual Power BI desktop, not in the here Power BI data view part. Is that clear? Because this is very, very important concept. I hope it is clear. If not, please tell me. My suggestion is, if you are trying to derive a new column with the help of Power Query Editor custom column, we can derive it. Otherwise, with the help of calculated column also, we can derive. But it will again impact the performance. Whenever the data refreshes happen, it has to read all the records from the data view, and as well as with the new column also, it has to read by record by record. It has to read the record by record here. Okay. Though the engine, the DAX engine will be read very quick, but it is going to impact the performance of your report. Okay. Understood? Like that. See here, that's what here I have defined, written also. So one of the reasons for creating the calculated column is to establish the relationship between the tables. If you haven't find out a unique field or else attribute exists. So in the kind of a scenario, we can try to derive a new column by using one of the DAX object name called calculated column or new column. Got it? So after deriving that new column, you can see the right results. See, and the location table, and if you're trying to map it with location table, location fields, that means maybe I'm interested with the district wise revenue. Okay, is this the right visual? You're able to see the right visual, right numbers. Let me change to the table chart. So for each and every district, this is the revenue which has been generated. And total revenue is 5.3 billion. Okay, more than that, approximate number. So this is the right numbers. As for the district wise, I can try to get the numbers. So that's what. Without relationship, we will not get any right value, 5.1 billion something for each and every district. After deriving the relationship, okay, after deriving the relationship by using this approach, new column approach, by concatenating the country and the zip code, okay, the output should be something like you'll get for each and every district wise the value. Okay, revenue data. Got it? Now I will showcase you by using, so it's very simple, direct column I'm calling, country column in the zip code. With the help of one of the DAX function, concatenate function, how can we derive a new column? Okay, see here, the direct country column I'm calling, and here I'm using the ampersand operators. I'm concatenating these two columns, right? So there is a dedicated concatenate function is there, okay, on the DAX part. With the help of concatenate function, how I'm going to derive? Click on the new column. Here itself I'm deriving, okay? I'm not deriving the query editor part. Query editor DAX functions will not work. Okay, please remember, query editor level, DAX functions will not work. Like that, M functions will not work on the DAX objects level. Here, this is the formula bar for the DAX, right? Here the M functions will not work. Okay. Is that M functions are a case sensitive or not a case sensitive? We already discussed that point. Is that M functions? Simple question. Is that M functions are a case sensitive or not a case sensitive? So it's a case sensitive. But here, this is the DAX function bar. Okay, this is the DAX functional bar, formula bar, or this functional bar. So here it is not a case sensitive. DAX objects, the DAX formulas are not case sensitive. Maybe I want to concatenate it, right? Concatenate. See here, concatenate. There is a capital letter it is trying to approach, right? Maybe I can try to write small letters too. Concatenate like this. I can write the capital or else a smaller. It will support. DAX object formulas will get supported. Any case, upper or else a lower case. Okay. So I'm just trying to use a concatenate approach, concatenate function, and I'm trying to concatenate these two fields only, zip code and the country column. First, I will try to give the name as country zip concatenate. For your reference, I'm just trying to add addition of it. Okay, concatenate is the name of the column. Okay, it's equal to concatenate. So what is the first column? You can tell me, I can write it. See, as per the syntax, text1 comma text2. Join two strings into one string. So what is the first text? You can tell me. I'm going to write it here. So with the help of concatenate function also, we can concatenate those two fields. Previous example I have showcased to you, ampersand is the operator. So ampersand wise concatenation approach I have showcased. Now with the help of concatenate, country column is the first column, comma, zip code. Close the bracket, validate it. Now you can tell me, is this or both are same? This country zip and the country zip concatenate is both are same? You have to decide. So as per the formula, I have concatenated country, comma, zip code. Is these two columns are same? No, right? So delimiter is missing, correct? Delimiter you missed. So what I will do in the sense, comma, the text two part, what I will do in the sense, double inverted quotes, comma separate. So I'm just trying to call the delimiter as a text two. Okay. On the top of it, again, on the top of it, I will try to use concatenate function. Okay. Concatenate text. This is completely my text one. Okay, this is my complete text one, comma, text two. The text two is zip. Close the bracket, validate it, validate it. Now you can tell me, is this both are same? So inner concatenation, sub concatenation is for country and a comma separator. On the top of it, we have one more concatenate, that is for, this is my complete text one and the text two. Is that clear? Is that both are same? You are seeing that values. I'm asking you to check the values, okay, not the header, column header. You have to check the values here. Just try to check, is there something missing? No, both are same. So here I have used two times the concatenate method, but As I said, right, I'm showcasing the simplest method to concatenate two of the columns. So with the help of ampersand, here I'm trying to concatenate with a comma separator. Those two fields I have concatenated with a comma separator. So which is simple, you can decide. Is that the first one is simple or is the concatenate approach is simple to you? First one. So we have to think like that. Okay. I mean, as per the report runtime, as per the report usage part, we have to think accordingly. Yes, exactly right. If you want to join three fields as a concatenate approach, we have to use three concatenate functions. So instead of that, here itself, maybe I want to join with one more field. This I will use ampersand. Okay. Maybe a comma separator ampersand. Maybe I'll just try to use the district. Okay. Validate it. That's it. I don't want to use on the top of it one more concatenate. Correct? Got it. Understood it? Fine. So we have to decide, we have to take a call as a developer, as an analyst. We have to take a call whether we can try to derive this new column by using the DAX object calculated column or by using the query editor. In the query editor itself, we can try to derive. So as a developer, we have to think about the report runtime. So what I will do in the sense, after getting that one-to-many relationship, I will delete this new column by using DAX object calculated column. I can make use of this query editor level calculated. Okay, custom column. This is the one. Okay, which is going to improve my performance. And again, maybe I don't have a choice. I have loaded the table. Then in that kind of a scenario, I will not use a calculated concatenate function. I will directly use the ampersand operator to improve my report performance. So with the help of ampersand, so I'm directly calling that columns here. So it is not on the top of again concatenate approach. No need to call that function again and again. So I can make use of this operator and I can try to achieve my result, expected result. Okay, fine. That's what here I projected. So one more important one. See here, one more important thing that we have to discuss, and then I will start. See here, this is very, very important functionality. Assume that you got a requirement from the business. Okay. So try to derive a visualization based on month name wise. Okay. Month name wise revenue. That means from the date table, are you able to see the month name here? Month name wise revenue. The question is, you have to derive a visualization based on month name wise revenue. Is that month name is available? Month name column is available. Yes, right? Here it is available. So what I will do in this is month name they're asking, right? Just try to choose a right chart. I'm just trying to choose a chart. Month name, correct? Month name is on my x-axis. See here, x-axis and the column which I'm trying to choose it as a revenue. Okay. So you are able to see my insert. Let me increase the font of x-axis. Okay. Font of my x-axis. Let me add the data labels and font of my x-axis. It's very important. Please observe. In the certification level, we'll get this question. Okay. You can tell me, I'm selecting this visual. Is this x-axis, is that in the proper order, like in January, February, March, April, until December? Is that in a right order, right sorting order? Yes, no. It's starting with May as per the highest value, okay, the summation. As per the highest revenue, which month it is getting generated, the visualizations are showcasing in that way. Let me increase the font of label also, the data label. I'm just trying to increase the font of it so that it can be very clear to you. Got it? As per the revenue wise, the insight has been derived. Okay, x-axis, if you're observing, this is not a right sorting order. So to get this sorted right, we can go to the more option, select the more option, sort axis. So by default, it is sorting based on sum of revenue, okay, and that is descending order. So, but I'm expecting the x-axis should be sorted based on January to December. X-axis I have to sort, not based on revenue wise. Okay. So try to sort axis based on monthly. Select the monthly and order. Is that an ascending or is it descending? We can check it out. Okay. And let me check with the ascending order. Is that in a right order? From Jan to December, you are seeing the right order. It's an alphabetical order, right? A, B, C, and so on to the S, as per the S is the last. It's coming as an ascending order. Correct. Maybe if you can try to check sort axis based on descending, is that a right order? You can tell me. You're observing some insight, right? This is not a right sorting order. Correct. Either it is coming in an ascending with an alphabetical, or if I'm trying to write or also trying to derive with a descending, it is coming in this way. This is a descending now. Okay. You are sorting with a month name only. See here, there is a tick mark, right? Month name only. I checked both of it. I'm not getting the proper sorting order from Jan to December. Okay. How can we get this report? Okay. How can we get a proper sorting order on the x-axis field? This is very, very important on the certification part. You have to, maybe the choices part, you have to select the right choice. The certification level, I'm saying. See here, to get the sorting on the x-axis, that is the month name. So here I have selected the visualization. Month name field I am using, x-axis, correct? But as per my check, in the data view, month name is there, month number is also available. See here, month number column, 1 to 12 months are also available. So what I will do in the sense, I will try to sort this month name column. Okay, I will try to sort this month name column with one more field, that is month number. Okay, I have selected this month name column. See here, selected this month name column. I am going to sort this month name column with one more field, that is month number. I'm already holding the month number column also in this date table. See here, month number is there. You can see the month number. Select the month name which you are using on the x-axis. Select it. So column tools. See here, you have selected the column, right? Column tools are enabled. Underline is there. You're seeing something like helper, underline, right? Month name. So whenever the column tools are enabled, here there is a sort by column. So there is an option, there is a tab name called sort by column. So on which column we want to sort? I want to sort based on the month number, which is like a sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on to the 12th month. Month number. Try to sort it. That's it. Is that coming in the form of a proper sorting order? You can tell me. Let me sort it based on x-axis ascending. Is that a proper sorting order? Ignore the blank, okay? Ignore the blank data. From Jan to December, is there any mismatch? No, right? Is a proper sorting order. Let me ignore the blank also, which is not required. I'm just trying to filter the data. See here, select the visual, filter on the visual part. I'm just trying to hide the blank information, which is not required. So from Jan to December, that is the right order, right sorting order. Okay. In this way, we can try to sort the x-axis data. Okay. Month name, which I have sorted based on the one more column by using a method, an approach name called sort by column. So by using the sort by column approach, by choosing the another field month number column, sorted my x-axis. So this option is very important. So you have to get an option Is that a sort by column or else some other options they will provide it to you? So you have to choose. If your x-axis is not a proper sorting order, we have to sort it by selecting the column. We have to choose by sort by column approach with month number. Okay. Maybe you'll get a question like example, sir, as of now, month number column is available in our data set. What is if I don't have that particular month number column? I don't have a month number column. How can we achieve it? I have a date table, but I don't have the month number. Assume, just think like that. I don't have a month number. That means I'm just trying to delete it. Okay. Please observe, but don't delete in the real time. On the data view part, don't delete it. To showcase you as an example, I'm deleting directly on the data view, the number. Suppose if you don't have the month number column, yeah, how can we achieve your x-axis with the right sorting order? So again, back to this alphabetical order. Now you can see the alphabetical order. Yes. Is there the month number is available here to sort it? Is that available? No, right? I had just to delete it. It's not available. In that kind of in such scenarios, how can we get this x-axis in the proper sorting? That's the query. I don't have that column. How can we achieve it? Got it? It's an interview prospect, very, very important. Please observe. So as of now, I just deleted that column, but in real time, don't delete it. If it is available, it's well and good. If you don't have the column, month number, and you have only the month name column, with the help of calculated column, we can derive it. Okay. By using the DAX function name called month function, we can derive month number also 1, 2, 3, 4 numeric numbers too. So let me use the new column here. So date table, month number column is not available, right? New column, giving the name as month number is equal to date field I have to choose. The function is month function. Simple functions are there. Very, very simple. See here, month is the function, DAX function, which is going to return 1 to 12. Okay, 1 to 12 numbers. So in this particular date table, is that a date field is available or not? In this date table, date field is available or not? Yes or no? Did you observe the date field, right? This is the date field. You can call that field directly here. Date field, date table, date field, close the bracket, validate it. You can see the numbers back 1 to 12. So with the help of this month number, I can try to sort it. Month name, sort by month number. That's it. Understood? Everyone, is that clear to you? Don't confuse. If you have any confusions or something, please let me know. Is that clear? Okay. So in this way, we can try to sort by column with one more field. So in this, if you are observing this visualization, we have sorted based on two fields. One is on your x-axis month name, and indirectly this month name is sorting based on sort by column approach month number. So two columns it is getting sorted at a time. At a time it is getting sorted. X-axis month name and month number, both of the fields. Okay, that's what here I have explained in a practically. So sort by column. So by default, if you are getting some alphabetical order with an ascending or else a descending, to get as right sorting order like a January to the December, we have an approach by using sort by column tool in the modeling tab, or else maybe if you can try to select the column, you can see that. Okay, see that sort by column approach. So with the help of this sort by column, you can try to get the x-axis in a right order, right sorting order from to avoid the alphabetical, so we will get it in the form of January to the December, 1 to 12. Okay. So I'm just trying to stop up to this part and creating the measures we will discuss in tomorrow's session. Is that calculated column is clear to you? calculated column, which I have derived now, is a clear. Anyway, we have the best practices. You don't need to worry about it. Okay, thoroughly we will work on the calculated column with best practices, just like the query editor. But as a part of the project development, is this calculated column which I have derived. And sales table and the location table is that clear. If it is clear, I'm happy for that. Even I have derived the calculated column here also, month number. See that icon. Please observe the icon. Table with a sigma symbol. Month number is a calculated column. Like that, location table, table with fx function. Okay, control Z. Table with fx. This is the icon. I hope you are seeing that icon, right? This is the calculated columns. Okay. Calculated columns. The sales table too. Okay. That's the icon. Sorting order, as I said, right? Suppose here, I don't have the month number column. What I did, with the help of, in the date table, assume that you don't have the month number. With the help of DAX function, okay, DAX function month, I can achieve it. Okay, if you don't have the month number on your date table, okay, you are getting in a form of an alphabetical order. Okay, so what I did, I have derived a new column here. Okay, month number has been derived by using month function, and by approach is the calculated column, new column. This is the new column. So after deriving this new column, I have sorted again back from the month name, sort by column, month number. That's what I have derived. Is that clear to you? Fine. Like that. So I'm stopping here. I will share you the note to it. Okay, the documentation, this notes as a part of learning. So please go through it and let me know if you have any queries or any concerns too. I am expecting everyone to complete the exercises. Okay, please try to complete it and also be on track. Okay, for how many things we discussed, please be on track so that it will be helpful. Okay, I'm stopping. If you have any queries, I will wait. Have any queries? Stay in line. Everyone following? Is that I'm explaining the practical way first and then theoretically I'm discussing the next. I hope that works, right? Instead of explaining the first, the theoretical, if I can showcase you the practical approach so that it will be helpful to you, right? Fine. Thank you. Essentially, I don't know the recording sessions because I'm not recording. I'm just joining just like a participant like you. Okay. We have to connect with admin team, okay, Naresh IT. If you are not getting the recording, maybe I will just send an email to them. Okay. So that your name with, you're not getting the recording, something like that. Okay. Fine. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day. We'll connect tomorrow at the same time. Okay. Thank you.